So, hello everyone, here's AC, and now I'm gonna do a short recap of the trade I have done today and basically of the mistakes I have done today. So, let's jump straight in. I will not break down the trade, but very briefly, I use this order block to enter, stop loss above this high. My first target was this green line, my first danger area was this order block. My last target should have been this one. So, First thing, um, first mistake I've done was basically right in the beginning when I use C-Trader and I did draw, a trade like like as you see here. You can draw a trend in C-Trader and place it. But after drawing the trend, you have settings there, and in the settings you have market or limit order. From all trade, I have had the settings set to market order, and instead of looking like that, the trade did look more like this. So because it was not such a big difference, I didn't I didn't exit the trade I didn't exit the trade in order to enter again because was not that big of a deal. But yeah, not in the term of a stop loss, but when you look to the ratio is basically one no over 1 hour lost. So this was first mistake. Um, then I've said that again. This was the target, but this was my first danger area, this for our order block. And what I've said was basically that if I see a 15 minutes change of character, like I did show exactly what I want to see, something like that, in here in the order block, I'm gonna be out, like completely out, because it's very likely that the price is going to reverse on this because it's a very strong point. It's not necessarily a level I would trade, because how the weekly candle looks, and you know and the point the price came from, but was a level to exit and eventually re-enter in short at a later date. um, yeah, what basically happened, and again, was one more danger area, this imbalance on 1 hour. So first I did enter, the price jumped around, basically um, almost stopped me out. But yeah, the stop loss was respected. And then the time passed. I did close my laptop and went out for a walk. And, I talked to some friends. The first time I did check the chat was basically 1 hour after the entry, and the price was here. Everything was very nice. I did say that I would do nothing about the trade until the moment of this order block. And what I have done, basically, when I have seen this big 1 hour candle closure, basically I move my stop loss above the opening of this candle. I should have done it above the high, but you know, um, just reduce the loss a little bit. I didn't expect to come so far anyway. So then I have seen this bearish candle getting a strong rejection from this 1 hour order block. Then I did jump lower on 15 minutes. This was like the train management wasn't done at home, was done on the go, on the phone. Because I've had everything planned, I didn't knew exactly what I want to do. So um, what I have done at this moment was, let me was basically, excuse me, looking here to see if a change happened, because the 1 hour closed such, bullish. Well, no change happened. No, no, not at all. Like 1 hour closed. Wait a moment. Right here, no change happened. But I've seen, like, in my point of view, it didn't happen in just because no liquidity taken below. Look, I want, I don't wanna make it boring, but basically this is how I wanna see a church, and it, if you are looking at it, it's matching basically what happened here. Came down higher, like a big candle, top liquidity below, then closed higher. So none of this happened in here. Like, it could have been a church if this candle, this bearish candle, would have taken liquidity below this bullish candle, but it didn't happen. So I didn't map it as a church, especially in 50 minutes when where you need more price action in general. So, and again, because the 4 hour order block was not touched, I didn't map it as a church, but I wanted to put an alarm on, a price alarm right below this low, like to pay attention on what is going to happen when the 1 hour low gonna get broken, this low. Well, on the phone on C Trader, I don't know if I did a mistake, or if it's only me who didn't found it, but yeah, I didn't found how to place a price alarm on the phone. I didn't enter in trading view. I've said that I'm gonna place the alarm when I'm gonna get home. I was planning to get home in the next five to 10 minutes or something like that. Well, what basically happened, when I got home, my brother called me, and I basically started to talk with him for hours. Well, and forgot about the alarm, forgot about the chats, forgot about everything. So what basically happened, price came here, took liquidity from this level, make a change, close back in a level, which is another strategy for me, of mine. And the best strategy of mine, basically, when you get liquidity, run from a range. But yeah, I won't dive deeper. The idea is that I forgot completely about the trade. The church happened. I disrespected my plan, and instead of gaining, let me see, 1.8 R, um, basically I've got stopped somewhere around this level. So, like, to tell you the exact level, um, average exit 159714. 159714. I got stopped right around here. Yeah, at the open of this candle, roughly, rough. The prices differ on, you know, by a little bit from broker to broker. So, and yeah, this is how I turn basically 1.8 R into a losing trade. Why do I say 1.8 R if it touched almost 3 R? Well, basically because, as I said, I did plan to hold it till this level, and I would exit at this level if I see a church. All right. And yeah, this is what happened. And the great lesson here is that never mind if you have a good plan, a good trade, a good analysis, a good, risk management, if you forget about it and if you don't respect it. And so this was my great lesson for today. I am not proud of me. I am basically very disappointed about the trade management. But yeah, in the end, I am still proud because my analysis did work out almost perfectly. Every level I tried, the price bounced from. And to be honest, you know, you could, like, I wouldn't never take those trades, but you can basically, you could have scalped 1R or 2R in this case from every level. Like literally every single level was respected with uh sergeant precision. So I hope you can learn from my mistakes and don't do them. If you for like, at least set an alarm on every 15 minutes or 1 hour to check the charts, because if I have set an alarm even every hour, I would have seen those things, I would have seen this bullish candle here. You know this wouldn't happen, not necessarily every 15 minutes, but even every hour. But I completely forgot it for almost, let me see, the price were around here. Yeah, for basically 3 hours I forgot about the trade. My my bad. I hope I will never repeat that. And yes, this was IST. This was the lesson for today. And see you to the next video, to the next trade recap, trade plan, or maybe weekly analysis. Have a nice week.